Hi everyone. Today we're going to introduce you to a relatively unknown space exploration company. This company is on target to become the first American company to soft land the spacecraft on the moon later this year since the Apollo program. 15 years ago, Google created the Lunar XPRIZE competition with a grand prize of $20 million. The winning team needed to accomplish all the tasks that are listed on this slide. First, they needed to soft land a craft on the moon, move 500 meters along the moon's surface, transmit 2 mooncats back to Earth, and finally complete a data uplink exercise. Many teams signed up for the competition, including those shown on this slide. Unfortunately, the competition ended without a $20 million winner. However, the teams received millions of dollars of investment and created much interest in going back to the moon, and helped spark a new era of privatized space travel and ultimately NASA's Artemis return to the moon program. The company we're going to discuss today, Astrobotic, was one of the early participants in the Google Challenge. Astrobotic was founded in 2007 by a Carnegie Mellon professor with the goal of winning the Google Lunar XPRIZE. Let's meet the professor, Astrobotic founder, William Red Whitaker, in this short video clip.
My name is Red Whitaker. I'm 67 years old. I'm a professor, a businessman, and a farmer. And now I'm going to the moon. I discovered the Google Lunar XPRIZE, and that called to me. It's as though I was born for it. My life is robots, robots, and robots. In every robot, there's an element of its creator. I've committed my life to robotics and what they'll do for the world. I embarked with the idea that robots would go where we could not, would face dangers like nuclear exposures that are beyond us, and be our tools for many enterprises now and the future. So much of that has been created by people who I've first met through education.
Nice show.
Astrobotic is a fully engaged team founded and built by a core of former students. Students have been absolutely essential to the project. Teaching is a very powerful aspect of my life.
By the way, I love chalk. Is it? I mean, that's like, it's like going back in time. Chalk.
I know there is deep relationship of students to me. I enjoy working with youth.
You're going to come back 1 week from now and present the design of a rover.
It is inspiring to be in the midst of these people.
I'm always enchanted by space hardware. Magnificent. It's really so beautiful.
Deep in me is creating and building. I love to create technology, people, land. I like that idea of starting with nothing and having it maybe add up to something. Our rover is an instrument of exploration. I am intrigued with the possibility of what the caves that underlie the moon could mean for future human presence and many other uses. I am so wholly swept in the moments of action. And when it all comes together, this getting to the moon is really getting good. I'm far enough along to know that it's in good hands, completely without me.
After that introduction, let's fast forward to 2022 and see how Astrobotic is doing. Since its founding in 2007, it has grown to more than 150 employees and is now dedicated to developing and operating lunar spacecraft at their new 50,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Astrobotic recently unveiled the flight model of its Peregrine lunar lander. It's scheduled to fly to the moon on a United Launch Alliance Vulcan Centaur rocket late during Q4 of 2022. The Vulcan Centaur is a two-stage to orbit heavy lift launch vehicle that's been underdeveloped by the United Launch Alliance since 2014, and its maiden flight is expected this year, 2022, carrying Astrobotic's Peregrine lunar lander. Peregrine is the first lander in NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services initiative to unveil its flight model and will become the first American spacecraft to soft land on the moon since the Apollo program, if the current schedules hold. Astrobotic has previously been awarded a $79.5 million contract for moon landers by NASA. Peregrine will deliver 24 payloads to the lunar surface on this mission. The payloads include scientific instruments from space agencies, including NASA, a rover from Carnegie Mellon University, and several payloads from commercial operations. The payloads are already integrated into Peregrine's flight decks and are shown on this image and are awaiting final installation on the lander. Once Peregrine's integration is complete at Astrobotic, it will undergo environmental testing before being shipped to Cape Canaveral in Florida for its scheduled launch in Q4 2022. Astrobotic's goal is to become an end-to-end delivery service for payloads to the moon. They're certainly off to a good start. Let's hope that the United Launch Vulcan Centaur rocket keeps to its schedule and Peregrine makes it to the moon this year. Well, with that, we're going to complete today's video. Astrobotic is a very interesting story, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe and notification buttons to receive an email every time Reaching for the Moon posts a new video. Thank you for watching, and remember always, failure is not an option. Bye.